Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another round of Elite Esports. It is going to be our Splatoon team today. Once again, facing off against another high school somewhere out in the western part of the U.S. They are 2-0, looking to extend that streak and start the season off 3-0 against the Orange Lutheran Lancers from Orange, California. The lineup for today is going to be both Ren, also known as Worm. So Worm, Nux, Ruby Runes, and Kerbo, also known as Cheesed in game. So Worm, Equinox, Ruby Runes, and Kerbo as the starting lineup. We are underway. We are heading into game number one. It is, of course, Turf War. Both teams will have 3 minutes to cover as much ground in their paint as possible. The Eagles will be in the neon green color. So Eagles in neon green to start out. Worm using the heavy edit splatling. She's been very good with that weapon for most of the season and in the scrimmage that we posted yesterday. Ruby Runes goes down into the enemy base with the Ink Rush. Does find one, but not unable to get closer due to some of the fire coming out of the other side. He does pop the missiles, though, and that gives the Eagles a little bit of an opening to push forward. Ruby's caught out with the Ink Rush and unable to get away from Evcoria with the heavy edit splatling. Goes backing up a little bit from the ults coming out from the side of Orange Lutheran. But Orange Lutheran hasn't made much of a push yet. Both teams just vying for control of the middle. It is still Eagles with most of that. Worm drops below and decides to super jump back without a way to get back up, but that provides enough of an opening for the Orange Lutheran Lancers to come in and secure the middle area. Nox throws down some ink missiles, and that does push the Lancers back a little bit. They do look around to try to get a pick, but the heavy edit splatling has dropped. Nox doing what she can to try to pester the splatling, but they do get out before they are taken down. We're going into the middle, making sure no one gets past the front lines of the Eagles. Swiping with the Splatana, trying to find one unlucky Lancer to get caught up, but it is he who is unlucky. And Evcoria, again, with the heavy edit splatling, she's been providing a lot of value for a team there. But we are down to a minute left. It's been pretty close. Neither team has really had any sort of huge plays. It's just kind of been one pick both times. Ultimate coming out from the side of the Lancers. Turbo does find one. He's unable to find another. The Lancers doing very well to keep up with the trades. Ruby Runes goes down. Turbo is coming back in, but Worm needs to jump out. Good thing she did. She was very close to the Kraken that came out for the side of the Lancers. Tactical goes down. The Eagles have 30 seconds left to flip this match and come back to the Turf War game. Ink Strike does go down. They find quadruple. And heavy edit. Evcoria also out of position. Nox goes down, though, so it's still anyone's game with 10 seconds remaining. Worm with a quick decision to go down to the bottom of the map and try to paint up as much as possible. And this was a close one, I feel. You don't always know until the end of the game when it comes to Turf War. And it looks like Orange Lutheran will be winning the game by about 5%. A very close round one. But a couple late picks by the Orange Lutheran Lancers led to their victory, and they will go into game number 2 up 1-0. We are back with game number 2 here with the Elite Eagles going up against the Orange Lutheran Lancers. Eagles are going to be in orange to start off this round. So Eagles in orange looking to even the series back up after falling in the first game. It is game number 2. That means it is Rainmaker. Both players will need to both teams will need to attempt to carry the fish cannon all the way into the enemy team's base in order to win. So some changes made for the Eagles. It looks like a lot of weapon changes, and as well as a lot of weapon changes for both sides. So Worm switching over to a roller, but gets caught out by the sniper in the back. Quadruple with a nice shot onto Worm going across the bridge. But neither team has picked up the Rainmaker yet, both just looking for an opportunity. But it looks like the Orange Lutheran was waiting to get a couple of picks before trying to move in there. Now they're getting close to that checkpoint, getting pressure on it. Worm finds one, she finds two. Two with the roller. Big play by Worm, essentially saving the round there, though dying in the process. Now Eagles with the Rainmaker. Now they have the opportunity to take the lead and maybe then some. And it is Nux that bursts through that checkpoint with ease. Now the Eagles have built themselves up a lead. Far from over, though, in this one. This is a very, very short map. Now the Eagles are going to take a moment to go back and clean up that middle area. Worm with the bubble out. Now flanking around. They're trying to find a position, but she finds herself right in front of the crab tank. And a lucky trade there, the killer whale taking out a lot of armor provided by the crab tank. Nox does grab the Rainmaker again, but she is forced to go back. Now someone in the backline is threatening Nox. Who is retreating with the Rainmaker? She does find them, splatting OLU4 in the process. But still hasn't really had much space to kind of move the weapon forward. And it does get just barely caught out by the crab tank, which was still active. Crab tank that time not really dealt with. Now Runes finds himself in a precarious position and gets taken out by the E-Lighter. Quadruple again with a big shot onto one of the Eagles. And now they are threatening the checkpoint once again. Turbo tossing some nades in the ways of the Lancers. And now looking to go flank. Finds one. Doesn't go for a complete flank, but it's enough to keep pushing that Rainmaker back. And only 4 meters of progress made so far for the Lancers. Turbo gets back on top of the bridge and instantly gets out. Doesn't want to deal with the Rainmaker explosion coming out on the side of Quadruple. Trade is made on the bridge. Nox trying her best to try to take down the Rainmaker with this well string. It's not a weapon we see often, but I know that Nox is very confident with a lot of those long-range weapons. You've seen her make great plays with it. Another big play and a wipeout for the Eagles. They end up finding 4. Nox gets 1 with the killer whale, and the other Eagles clean up. Now they have an opportunity to push this a little bit farther and perhaps all the way to checkpoint. But Nox gets caught out by F. Korea with the Red Ringer just right on top of her. That little tunnel right there makes this map very hard to complete. It can be a nightmare for some teams to traverse that. There's no cover, no areas to swim quickly. And so we see many teams just stall out in that position. That's why this game is still very close, even with a 40-meter lead for the Eagles. Rainmaker gets reset to the middle. Turbo looking to try to pop, but has to play around the E-Lighter. Quadruple has been hitting his shots, and so they're going to have to respect that. Run all the way, and Crab Tank also out, so Eagles not really able to find their footing here in the middle and retake control of the weapon. Rainmaker does go down. Now Kerbo goes in, tries to get the bubble pop, but can't get anything more than that. Just swimming around, trying to not get hit by the E-Leader off the in the back there. Rugrins is dancing around, but doesn't find anything with it. Rainmaker is picked up by Quadruple, and again, taking down by that killer whale coming out from the side of Nox. There's 10 seconds left. If the Eagles secure this fight and grab the Rainmaker, they will win. But so far, it is still any team's game. And no one picks up the Rainmaker, in fact. A lucky break from the Eagles. 2 Lancers were just a step away from grabbing that Rainmaker and forcing overtime. And by just a couple of seconds, the Eagles walk away. They keep their Rainmaker streak alive and even up the series 1-1. We'll be right back with game number 3, which will be Splat Zones. We are back with game number 3 out of potential 5. Score is tied 1-1. Eagles in orange with OLHS Orange Lutheran in purple to start out game number 3. This is a crucial set here. Not just for both teams, but whoever wins this does take a 2-1 lead, which will bode well for the rest of the match. OLHS gets out to an early lead, and they are already dominating the zone. Nox goes in with a reach slider, does find one. Now is playing around the big shield coming out from Ruby Runes. The shield well. Now the Eagles, not even needing to get any extra splats to re-secure the zone, just using their abilities, good ability management, has led to a fight win here. And now they are in position to perhaps take the lead back, which they do. Now Nox has the reach slider again, does need to back up from these ink strikes coming out, as well as the E-lighter that they have shown to use. Crab Tank also continues to be an issue for the Eagles as it pushes them back. Lancers in control of the point, but now Eagles wrestle that control back to stop the score from going up. any further and to maintain the slim lead they have. Control flips back. It has been back and forth all day between these two teams. Worm drops the Tacticooler. Now all the teams will be able to paint up faster. Ruby Runes does get taken down. Worm turns around, covers for his teammate, and forces that trade there for any further damage. And a couple kills comes out from Nox and Kerbo. Worm finds the last one, and it's a wipeout. Eagles might be in a position to extend this lead a little bit more. But Kerbo is overextended into the spawn and taken down by Quadruple. And now that might be the opening that OLHS needs. Ink Strikes are coming out. We're likely to see the Crab Tank come out again. Attack missiles being fired onto the point. Nox doing her best to just move around them and adjust. Crab Tank also coming out, and Nox unable to get away from it. But the Eagles were able to secure the point for long enough to extend that lead, 23 to 75. But with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, the Lancers can still easily pull this one out. So Eagles looking to retake. Ruby Rooms pops the shield, but it might be a bit too early. Kerbo finds one in the back line, now has the bubble up. Maybe looking for more now. Now playing around that shield from Ruby Runes. It has forced Lancers back. Great Valley coming out from it. Reach Slider comes out from Nox, but doesn't find anyone. The Lancers move around and then collapse on anyone that was coming into the back line there. Tacticooler out. Eagles just trying to fight off the control. The Crab Tank is also out. And without that shield, it's going to be tough for the Eagles to push in. Lancers in control now. Eagles in control. The Lancers are going to take that back with a triple Ink Strike. Both teams look very evenly matched in this afternoon's set here. Equinox looking to be aggressive with the Dread Ringer. She backs up a little bit away from the E-Ladder, trying to find the person that's coming onto the point. But the 10 attack missiles find Ruby Runes in the left side. Nox comes in with the Reef Slider, finds one. Unable to clean up the rest of it. And does get caught out by Quadruple again with one of the sniping weapons. Runes looking for a flank, but really just looking to push forward with the shield again and provide Eagles that space. He puts it down. Now Nox trying to use the shield to get an opening and push forward onto the point here. But despite the Eagles getting the control, the kills just simply aren't coming out. So neither team is really able to extend their lead. Reach Slider comes out. It does find one, but a trade happens again. So we're down in the last 30 seconds, and that score is about to start going down for the Lancers. Kerbo gets taken down, and it looks like the Lancers are going to begin to pull away here. Despite the Eagles' best effort, they simply have not been able to find the kills. Nox finds one, is now pushing the sniper back. And now the Eagles need to wrestle away control with a few seconds left. They do. They are going to have to force overtime and win this one in OT. Nox with a huge kill on to the Crab Tank, and another couple of picks coming out. They're doing everything they can to maintain control of the point. Nox has the Reef Slider again, but likely is going to be very aggressive. Every death matters here for both teams. Crab Tank coming out for the Lancers, and just barely able to wrestle away control is OLHS. Just at the last minute, the Crab Tank was big for them as they win by a score of 5 and take a 2-1 series lead. Really close back and forth game, but just at the very end, Orange Lutheran pulled away and now stand at match point against Elite. We are back with game number 4. Orange Lutheran has forced a match point against Eagles, and they are going to be in orange to start out this one. Perhaps fitting for Orange Lutheran from Orange County. Eagles going to be in blue to start round 4 here. Eagles looking to even up the series and force a decisive game 5. Ruby Ruins goes in, but doesn't find anyone. Does take him down immediately in the opening fight to the way of Orange Lutheran. Quick E-Strike comes out, and it's going to have to force everyone back. Turbo, Worm, and Equinox all in this corner. Equinox with the Wellsphere again. Instead of the E-Lighter, perhaps will counteract that. Killer Whale does force people back. A trade is made. Another trade is made. And Eagles take control of the tower and get an early lead here. Turbo goes down on the tower. And Worm caught out using a short-range weapon with no cover. And gets taken down. Now control of the tower goes back to Orange Lutheran. Will likely take the lead. Eagles do not push it incredibly far. Nox pops the Killer Whale, but does not find anyone. The trade is made. Again, both teams going back and forth kill-wise. Just a few key plays on either side that have decided this match. Ultimately led to OLHS's 1 lead. All 4 players for the Lancers are on the tower, and Worm finds the lab, but gets a little too close to the S-Blast of Victoria, and is not able to force another trade there. Right now it is just Nox getting close to the point. She pops the Killer Whale, but the disciplined players of Orange Lutheran are probably going to be moving away from it. She does find quadruple on the tower, though. Might be the opening Eagles need to retake the tower. But it looks like Orange Lutheran has adjusted and swapped to his riding the tower in order to keep that momentum up. Does not see that Mr. Faust Olu4 has come through behind with the Splash-O-Matic. And Eagles looking a little bit discombobulated here. The tower is getting very close to the next checkpoint. And Orange Lutheran might be able to close this game out with a knockout. Eagles have not been able to find their footing since that second fight. Worm finds one and tries to get aggressive, but it is too late, and Orange Lutheran pushes the tower to the end, winning the round and winning the match by a score of 3-1. A close match here between the Orange Lutheran Lancers and the Eagles, but Eagles ultimately fall to Orange Lutheran by a score of 3-1, with their record now going to 2-1. Good job by both teams. We will return tomorrow to watch some Super Smash Bros. Crew battles at 4 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back next week with more Splatoon content and for the Eagles to bounce back and improve to 3-1.